Welcome to Critic, the show that gets facts wrong about your favorite con. I'm Jan, and in this episode, we'll be looking at another language named after a dead meme that ends in balls, Sugma balls. Well, Sugma balls is really just an anglicization of the language's endonym, Sugma balsa, but I'll explain the finer details later, since now it's time to look at the phonology. Sugma balls' consonants are m, n, p, t, k, a, f, s, h, h, w, l, y, w. As you can see from this chart, Sugma balls distinguishes between plain and realized letter approximants. Where is I? Sugma balls' vowels are E, U, E, O, A. Okay, so it's just a 5-vowel system. The syllable structure is consonant vowel optional consonant, but there are some phoneme repair strategies that exist due to alliteration sound shifts, as seen in this table. Right. When it comes to how Sugma balls is romanized, the one thing that seems out of place is the use for that seems out of place is the use of R for ch. This is due to how that phoneme is realized, as a voice receiver would show cha for many speakers, and hence why it's Sugma balls rhotic, but the phoneme is transcribed ch in broad transcription for simplicity. Sugma balls is written with a version of the Yahoo script with 14 letters that functions as a pure abjad when pointed. There are also 5 vowel diacritics that appear in pointed texts. I'm not going to explain the why behind Sugma balls using the Yahoo script in a way that it does, but basically Sugma balls speakers learned the script from Yahoo speakers prior to Yahoo's orthography being reformed into a full alphabet. Where was I? Sugma balls grammar and vocabulary I'm doing in one section since they are deeply linked to one another. Sugma balls roots are triconsonantal, with them being etymologically sourced from a similar pool to that of Yahoo. Most roots being derived from English, some roots being Semitic in origin, a few loans from other languages, and a handful of roots with uncertain etymologies. The roots are then interspersed with vowels to mark grammatical information. However, the vowel slots affect each other in ways that are rather complicated. So I'll be looking over each slot one at a time. Here's V1, which determines the part of speech along with some V2 semantics. Here's V2, which marks tense on verbs and case on nouns and adjectives. And here's V3, which is a semantically no empathetic vowel. To show how the root and vowel inflections work in practice, I'll show how the lang's endonym is derived as an example. Sugma balls' endonym is derived from 2 roots, Sugma and balasa. We'll make the first root a noun and the second root an adjective, and put the construction in the absolutive case since it's in isolation. Consulting the earlier vowel charts, O, no, and A, no vowel templates are respectively inserted, which due to the V2 no's get V3s of A. The omission constraints then make that post-vocal G there shift to Ch, and we're done. So Sugma balsa literally means our language. What was I? Sugma ball syntax is free word order shenanigans due to the extensive case system. I'm not going to explain any further and just move on to the rating. All in all, Sugma balls is a fascinating conlang. It's my only conlang that uses consonantal roots and exclusively non-concatenative morphology. With that said, it's decent for being non-concatenative. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time where I'll be showcasing hyperpheline.